All right. So what we're doing is writing the equation in slope-intercept form for the information that we're given. But what is slope-intercept? We need to know what we're looking for. Do what? No, it's an equation. Y equals mx plus b. What is rise over run referencing? Slope. We are going to have to figure that out at different parts. All right, so we're going to work with, we're going to have y equals mx plus b as our template. What is m? And what is b? That's your y-intercept. Okay, so for 59, this is like a no-brainer. You're given the slope and you're told what the y-intercept is. So you just replace the m and the b with that information. So y equals 2x plus 3. All right, then 61, we're given a slope, but we're not told the y-intercept. We're given a slope and we're given a point. So what do we use if we're given a slope and a point? Hint, we're given a point and a slope. Point slope. All right, so point slope is y what? Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Good. All right, so slope is 0, passes through 6, negative 5. So y, and you take your ordered pair and use that information. So y minus negative 5 is the same as y plus 5 equals 0, parenthesis, x minus 6. All right, you know to take the slope and you're going to distribute it across your parenthesis of x minus 6, but any number times 0 is 0. Any letter times 0 is still 0. So we would, all of the right side would be 0 equals 0. So what does y equal? Negative 5. All right, that's the long version. You were told slope is 0. What does that line look like? Every time. No, ma'am. Yeah. Every time it's a horizontal. Every time. Horizontal because it's crossing the y-axis. Right through. So you look, the shortcut is look to the ordered pair, find the y part of the ordered pair, and there's your answer. Because it's going to cross, your line has to include that ordered pair, so that's telling you what the y value is. So y equals negative 5, we found that out the long way, but notice in our ordered pair, the y part is negative 5. So, what if you're told the slope is undefined? What does that look like? No, undefined is this, is the horizontal. I mean, the 0 is horizontal. Undefined is our vertical. It's straight up and down. It can't be a relation because the x values are repeating. It doesn't make an algebraic equation because the denominator is always what number? 0. But what does it cross on the graph? What axis? The x. So if the slope is undefined, you go to the ordered pair and use the x value. Slope is undefined. There is not an equation you can work with. There's no number that represents undefined. Okay, so for number 62, slope is undefined. This is, you're going to just have to memorize this. When you're told that and it passes through 2 1/2, 2 comma 1/2, then you just grab the x value. Which is the x value, the 2 or the 1/2? The 2. And your answer is x equals 2. That's all we can put. Then 63. Gee, we don't even have a slope. Well, we have two ordered pairs.
You would do.
So what do we do?
First you could do y minus y1
Perfect.
over x.
Yes, so I'm going to write that. Good, Mamie. That's going to give us our slope. So that's, oops. You'll have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And it does not matter which ordered pair you start with as long as you start at that ordered pair for both the x and both the y. So, passes through, we have 6, 1, and we have 8, negative 4. So I'm going to say negative 4 minus 1 over 8 minus 6. So what's negative 4 minus 1? Negative 5, and then 2. All right, that's your slope. Negative 5 over 2. Okay? All right, then what do we do with that? We've only found the slope.
You do y minus y1.
Yep, you're going to then take that slope and you're going to use it in the point slope equation.
And you plug in a point.
You have two ordered pairs. Just pick one. You'll get the same answer with either point. Your work will be different, but your bottom line answer will be the same. I normally, just from my own brain, I grab the one without, if it's possible, I grab the one without negatives so that I don't have to try to remember to switch anything around. All right, I'm going to erase. We now have a slope of negative 5 over 2. And I'm going to write that in. And I'm going to plug in. I'm going to go, like I said, with the 6, 1. So y minus 1 equals our slope, negative 5 over 2, parentheses, x minus 6. All right, so when that fraction is slammed right up next to that binomial inside the parenthesis, that means multiplication, but you're going to distribute the negative 5 over 2 all the way across. So y minus 1 equals negative 5 over 2x. Two negatives make what kind of number? Positive, so we have a plus here. And then I'm going to come work it down here. If we have negative 5 over 2, and we're multiplying that by negative 6 over 1, do you see how we can cancel out the 6 and the 2? Numerator to denominator. The 2 becomes a 1. What does the 6 become? A 3. 3 times 5?
15.
15. Thank you. Plus 15. And so what would our final answer be? Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 16. The negative 1 travels over as a positive. So, take what I'm going to erase that, write it somewhere else. So our final answer would be y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 16. All right, 65, we got nothing. I mean, there is no slope. There are no ordered pairs. So what do we do? We are told that there's an x-intercept of 4 and a y-intercept of 2. We don't have graph paper. We can't do that. What does it mean when we have an x-intercept?
That's where it crosses on the x.
Ah, it crosses the x-axis. Is there an ordered pair where it crosses the x-axis?
Yeah.
What?
4, 4, 0.
4, 0. So your ordered pair here will be 4, 0. What will the y-intercept's ordered pair be?
0, 2.
0, 2. Good. Now we have ordered pairs. We don't have a slope, but we know how to handle that. What is our slope? Negative 1/2. So you would have 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 4. So that would be 2 over 4, which is 1/2, and it would be negative. All right, so slope, negative 1/2. Then pick an ordered pair, only one of them, and plug it into your point slope. Which one you want to use? 4, 0 or 0, 2?
0.
Do what? Lala Kate, which one you want to use? 4, 0. All right, so we're going to have y minus 0 equals negative 1/2 x minus 4. What is half of 4? 2. And what 2 negatives make? A positive. So y minus 0 equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And that minus 0, the 0 crosses over, but anything added to 0 is just that number. So our final would be the negative 1/2 x plus 2. Did we have to use point slope? Or could we have used, all we really needed was slope? We were told the y-intercept is 2.
You could have done AX plus B.
But then we needed to get back over to y-intercept. So once we figured out, we wrote the ordered pair, you know your B is your y-intercept. So you're really given the B. You just needed to find slope. Okay? So really we didn't have to use point slope. That would have told you y equals negative 1/2 x, and then you already knew that the B would have to be plus 2. All right. So tell me what you would get for 67. Passes through 3, 4, and the slope is undefined. What do we get? You just have to know the answer. X equals 3. Slope is undefined, so it looks like this, which means it's crossing the x-axis. So you grab the x part, x equals 3. All right. 69. It says it passes through 0, 2. Oh, goodness. And is perpendicular. Got one of those big-un words. 2. Y equals 2x plus 3. What do we do with perpendicular? How do we even tackle that?
If you said you switch the options.
Of what?
The slope.
Of the slope. So first, we got to know what the slope is. And what is the slope? 2. Here's our slope, the mx, or the m part of the x. Slope is 2. What is the reciprocal of that? Well, just 1/2 and then change the sign. So the slope we're going to use is negative 1/2. All right? Who can tell me what to do next? Put it into point slope. All right. Let's do that then. So y minus 2 equals negative 1/2 x minus 0. So y, I'm just going to go ahead and say y equals, because any number times 0 is what? 0. So negative 1/2 times x gives us negative 1/2 x. And any number times 0 is 0, so I can then just go ahead and move the negative 2 over as a positive 2. That was the long version. Short version. Doesn't happen every time, but in this instance, 0, 2 happens to be the ordered pair for the y-intercept. So we could have just gotten the slope and then said plus 2. But if that had been like 3, 2, we couldn't have done that. All right? 71. See, this one we can't do that. It's not an axis. Passes through negative 3, negative 1. Oh, and it's parallel to the line containing these 2 points. Perpendicular finds the slope, flips it, and changes the sign. What about parallel? Same. So we're going to find the slope by using the slope order template with these ordered pairs. So we're going to say 6 minus 3. Let me move it. Over 0 minus 3. And what does that give us? 3 over negative 3. So what is our slope? Slope is negative 1. And then it's passing through negative 3, negative 1. So we really have to take it and put it into y equals mx plus b. So y plus 1 equals our slope, negative 1, x plus 3. Negative 1x minus 3. So what's our final answer?
Y equals negative 1x plus 4.
Not plus 4.
Minus 4.
Minus 4. So y equals negative 1x minus 4. Are you good thus far? Okay. 73. It passes through 2, 7. Excuse me. And is perpendicular to y equals 4. What does y equals 4 look like?
There's not
Horizontal. What does perpendicular mean?
not the same. Opposite.
Not talking about slope. What does the shape look? If I have a line like this, what does perpendicular look like? This. Yeah, it's making a right angle. So if I have a line like this, what's perpendicular? This. The slope for this is 0. The slope for this is
Undefined.
undefined. So, if it passes through 2, 7 and is perpendicular to y equals 4, which means it becomes this, what is our equation?
Undefined.
Nope, that's slope.
X equals
X equals 2. Excellent. So what if it's x equals 2
y equals
and is perpendicular? What would it have been?
y equals 7.
It would have been y equals 7. Do y'all see how that works? Sounds harder than it looks. Alrighty. And then we come to lovely word problems. I think we will stop our brain. Are y'all good? It's stopping the brain? Alrighty.